Hezron's sons were Jerahmeel, Ram, and Caleb. Ram was Amminadab's father, and Amminadab was Naashon's father. Naashon was the leader of the people of Judah. Naashon was Salmon's father. Salmon was Boaz's father. Boaz was Obed's father. Obed was Jesse's father. Jesse was Eliab's father. Eliab was Jesse's first son. Jesse's second son was Abinadab. His third son was Shimeah. Nathaniel was Jesse's fourth son. Jesse's fifth son was Radai. Ozem was Jesse's sixth son, and David was his seventh son. Their sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail. Zeruiah's three sons were Abishai, Joab, and Asahel. Abigail was Amasa' mother. Amasa's father was Jether. Jether was from the Ishmaelites. Caleb was Hezron's son. Caleb had children with his wife Azubah. Azubah was the daughter of Jerioth. Azubah's sons were Jesher, Shobab, and Arden. When Azubah died, Caleb married Ephrath. Caleb and Ephrath had a son. They named him Hur. Hur was Uri's father. Uri was Bezalel's father. Later, when Hezron was 60 years old, he married Machir's daughter. Machir was the father of Gilead. Hezron had sexual relations with Machir's daughter, and she gave birth to Segub. Segub was Jair's father. Jair had 23 cities in the country of Gilead, but Jeshur and Aram took Jair's villages. Among them were Kenath and the small towns around it. There were 60 small towns in all. All these towns belonged to the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead. After Hezron died in the town of Caleb Ephrathah, his wife Abijah had a son, who was named Asher. Asher was the father of Tekoa. Jerahmeel was Hezron's first son. Jerahmeel's sons were Ram, Bunah, Oren, Ozem, and Ijah. Ram was Jerahmeel's first son. Jerahmeel had another wife named Adarah. Onam's mother was Adarah. Jerahmeel's first son, Ram, had sons. They were Maiz, Jamin, and Eker. Onam's sons were Shammai and Jada. Shammai's sons were Nadab and Abishur. Abishur's wife was named Abihail. They had two sons. Their names were Aben and Molid. Nadab's sons were Seled and Appiam. Seled died without having children. Appiam's sons was Ishai. Ishai's son was Shishan. Shishan's sons was Alai. Jada was Shammai's brother. Jada's sons were Jether and Jonathan. Jether died without having children. Jonathan's sons were Peleth and Zaza. This was the list of Jerahmeel's children. Shishan did not have sons. He only had daughters. Shishan had a servant from Egypt named Jarah. Shishan let his daughter marry Jarah. They had a son. His name was Adai. Adai was Nathan's father. Nathan was Zabad's father. Zabad was Ephlaw's father. Ephlaw was Obed's father. Obed was Jehu's father. Jehu was Azirah's father. Azirah was Helez's father. Helez was Eleazar's father. Eleazar was Sisamai's father. Sisamai was Shallum's father. Shallum was Jechemiah's father, and Jechemiah was Elishama's father. Caleb was Jerahmeel's brother. Caleb had some sons. His first son was Mesha. Mesha was Ze's father. There was also Caleb's son Marisha. Marisha was the father of Hebron. Hebron's sons were Korah, Tapua, Rechem, and Shema. Shema was Raham's father. Raham was Jorkeam's father. Rechem was Shemai's father. Shemai's son was Mon. Mon was Bezer's father. Caleb's slave woman was named Ephah. Ephah was the mother of Haran, Moza, and Gazez. Haran was Gazez's father. Jehadiah's sons were Regem, Jotham, Geshan, Pelet, Ephah, and Shaph. Maacah was another slave woman of Caleb. Maacah was the mother of Sheber and Tirana. Maacah was also the mother of Shaph and Shiva. Shaph was Madmannah's father. Shiva was the father of Machpenath and Gibeah. Caleb's daughter was Aksa. This is the list of Caleb's descendants. Hur was Caleb's first son. He was born to Ephrathah. Her sons were Shobal, the founder of Kiriath Jearim, Salma, the founder of Bethlehem, and Haraph, the founder of Beth Gader. Shobal was the founder of Kiriath Jearim. This is a list of Shobal's descendants. Haruah, half of the people of Menati, and the tribes from Kiriath Jearim. These are the Ithrites, Puthites, Shumathites, and Meshurites. The Zorathites and the Eshtaolites came from the Meshurites. This is a list of Salma's descendants. The people from Bethlehem, Netophah, Adaroth, Beth Joab, half of the people from Menati, the Zorites, and the families of scribes who lived at Jabez, Terath, Shimeath, and Sukkah. These scribes are the Kenites who came from Hamath. Hamath was the founder of Beth Rechab. This is a list of Judah's sons. They were Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, and Shobal. Shobal's son was Rhea. Rhea was Jaeth's father. Jaeth was the father of Ahumai and Laad. The Zorathites are descendants of Ahumai and Laad. Edom's sons were Jezreel, Ishma, and Idbash, and they had a sister named Hazlaponi. Penuel was Gedor's father, and Ezer was Hushah's father. These were Hur's sons. Hur was Ephrathah's first son, and Ephrathah was the founder of Bethlehem. Tekoa's father was Asher. Asher had 2 wives. Their names were Helah and Nerah. Nerah had Ahuzam, Hepher, Timni, and Hahashtari. These were the sons Narah had with Asher. The sons of Helah were Zereth, Zoar, Ethnan, and Koz. Koz was the father of Anab and Hazobeba. Koz was the father of the tribes of Aharahel. Aharahel was Haram's son. Jabez was a very good man who was better than his brothers. His mother said, "I have named him Jabez because I was in much pain when I had him." Jabez prayed to the God of Israel and said, "I pray that you would bless me and give me more land. Be near me and don't let anyone hurt me. Then I will not have any pain." God gave Jabez what he asked for. Caleb was Shua's brother. Caleb was Mahir's father. Mahir was Eshton's father. Eshton was the father of Beth Rapha, Paseah, and Tahina. Tahina was the father of Nahash. These men were from Rechah. The sons of Kenaz were Othniel and Sariah. Othniel's sons were Hathath and Meonothai. Meonothai was Ophrah's father, and Sariah was Joab's father. Joab was the founder of the Geharashim. The people used that name because they were skilled workers. Caleb was Jephunneh's son. Caleb's sons were Iru, Elah, and Naim. Elah's son was Kenaz. Jehalalel's sons were Zeph, Zaphah, Tiriah, and Asarel. Ezra's sons were Jether, Mered, Epher, and Jalen. Mered was the father of Miriam, Shammai, and Ishba. Ishba was the father of Eshtemoa. Mered had a wife from Egypt. She had Jared, Heber, and Jekuthiel. Jared was Gedor's father. Heber was Soko's father. And Jekuthiel was Zanoah's father. These were the sons of Bithiah. Bithiah was Pharaoh's daughter. She was Mered's wife from Egypt. Mered's wife was Naam's sister. Mered's wife was from Judah. The sons of Mered's wife were the father of Keilah and Eshtemoa. Keilah was from the Garmites, and Eshtemoa was from the Maccathites. Shimon's sons were Amnon, Rena, Ben-Hanan, and Talon. Ishai's sons were Zoeth and Ben-Zoeth. Shelah was Judah's son. Shelah's sons were Lada, Joachim, the men from Kozeba, Joash, and Seraph. Was the father of Leka. Lada was the father of Marisha and the tribes of linen workers at Beth Ashbea. Joash and Seraph married Moabite women. Then they went back to Bethlehem. The writings about this family are very old. These sons of Shelah were workers who made things from clay. They lived in Netaim and Gedera and worked for the king. There was a man named Elkanah from the Zuph family who lived in Ramah in the hill country of Ephraim. Elkanah was the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zuph from the tribe of Ephraim. Elkanah had 2 wives. One wife was named Hannah, and the other wife was named Peninnah. Peninnah had children, but Hannah did not. Every year Elkanah left his town of Ramah and went up to Shiloh. He worshipped the Lord all-powerful at Shiloh and offered sacrifices to the Lord there. Shiloh was where Eli's sons, Hophni and Phinehas, served as priests of the Lord. Whenever Elkanah offered his sacrifices, he always gave one share of food to his wife Peninnah and a share of food to each of Phinehas' children. Elkanah always gave an equal share of the food to Hannah. He did this because he loved her very much, even though the Lord had not let Hannah have any children. Peninnah always upset Hannah and made her feel bad because the Lord had not made her able to have children. This happened every year when their family went to the Lord's house at Shiloh. Peninnah would upset Hannah so much that she would begin to cry and would not eat anything. One year, when this happened, her husband Elkanah said to her, "Hannah, why are you crying? Why won't you eat? Why are you so sad? You have me. Isn't that better than having even 10 sons?"